Hi guys, this is my new project. I bought a BMW 35 X535D for 4,200 bucks only, and it has broken timing chain. So okay, this is how my intake valves look like after the cleaning. So I cleaned the ports a little bit with the brush, but there is still a lot of mess. It's insane. Check this out, guys. This is crazy how bad it is. Yeah, I definitely need to clean more. Yeah, walnut blasting recommended for this engine, and definitely 140k miles it is done. Okay guys, this is valve number 2. We'll see the condition. Yeah, it's looks like that. I already cleaned a lot, so it looks much better because I cleaned for this side, from the ports. Oh, guys, I received the parts. Oh, so many cool stuff. Yes, guys, here is this first problem what you can face. This is the mount, how to mount this engine, because the time machine is the back, and you know, it's insane. I have regular engine stand, but the problem is that I unscrewed the engine mount. I put a lot of different spacers between them because it doesn't work, properly. So I put the original mount. I unscrew the original mount, and I drill one hole extra because as you can see, there is this plate is too small, so I decided to drill one hole, and because I don't have long spacer, I used this original bracket like a spacer between them, and I put few washers, as you can see, because yeah, I searched to find the bolts. I went to the pick and pull, I grabbed bolts like that. They are on the ground, on the pick and pull, you can find them, so it will be free. But next problem is to put it on the stand. So finally I done this job, so now it's holding very solid. So now I will to put it under the engine stand, and I hope it will work, because also I don't have a lot of space here in the room to put it properly. I hope it will work. So check this out, guys. I put it on the stand like that. And also I think I will need to drill one more hole here maybe, and extend it a little bit, because if you will do too long, it can flip. So yeah, definitely it worked. So the engine stand stays good, no problem. So yep. So guys, here's the thing. As you can see, this timing chain is broken, and upper is also broken. 2 timing chains are broken. I saw only one is broken, but here I recognize the 2 of them. Interesting. So guys, as you can see, I'm gonna show you now. The engine spins really. So we have good engine. Yep. And very interesting that 2 timing chains are broken. This one, which goes to the camshaft, is broken. It's lying here, and the second is here. I think first this one, which go to the timing chain, broke down, and then the middle one, or the middle one broke down, and then after that this one. Yep. So guys, I unscrewed the engine head bolts. It was very difficult. I used the impact gun at the end because I was unable to unscrew it. And I'm gonna install brand new bolts. Actually, it's possible to reuse because they are so thick, so strong. But I don't know the specification. If you reuse them, you need to feel them. So I don't have that experience, unfortunately. But if you have experience to tightening these bolts, it's not necessary to replace them because they are very strong, very good, and they will never break, in my opinion. So next, we need to unscrew these two guys which holds the plastic guide, and there is thread locker, thread sealer, so you need to reuse it. So yeah, something like that. And I have one more bolt there for the cover here. Don't forget about that. This bolt holds the head. So we took off the engine head, and yeah, we have two holes head gaskets, and so the thickness is 2 holes. Here's our engine head. As you can see, we have few bent valves. Yeah. Right now, so if you want to check them, you need to put the liquid. You will see which one is leaking. But if you have like damaged them, you better to replace all of them. This is suggestion, because the valve could be a little bit bent, and if you will keep driving that, so it will a little bit grind the engine head guides for the valves. So it's not a lot of work to cleaning, so it's the preparation shouldn't take a lot of time. So just to clean the surface a little bit, that's it. So guys, here we are. So in this episode we will replace main bearings on BMW N57. So this is a well-known problem. Like, this engine has broken timing chain, but the wear on the main bearings is the biggest problem on this engine is. So what we will do, we will need to unscrew the oil pump and take it off. Also, we will need to unscrew this plate in the middle, and then we will loose all of the caps. Also, we will release the tension on the serpentine belt. We will unscrew a little bit all bolts, and one by one we will replace the bearings. We will a little bit push the upper one, install the new and rotate it, and take we will replace the rod bearings, rotating the old one. Yeah, and we will not remove the crankshaft. The rod bearings doesn't have usually wear, so we will not touch them. I will check just maybe one, and in order to see in what condition it is, but usually it's good. So after we unscrew the bolts, we are able to move like that and take the chain off. So we will try not to unscrew this bolt, so just move to this side and take it off. Yeah, guys, check this out, the condition. It is insane. It's very bad. So the main bearing shouldn't look like that. Do you see the wear? It shouldn't be like that. It should be light. It's dark. It has very big wear. So I think this engine without bearing replace would run maybe I don't know, maybe few thousand kilometers, maybe, I don't know, maybe. So I took off the crankshaft, it's there, and as you can see, I installed one of them. Replace them in maybe in 30 minutes, install it back, and everything will be fine. So guys, I installed the crankshaft back. I installed all main bearings. I installed crankshaft, and now I'm gonna clean this surface in order to also right now I install the caps back to the connecting rods, and after that I will install this caps back, tied it everything to the spec, and install brand new bolts for the main bearings, and maybe I will install also brand new connecting rod bearings. I will measure them if they are stretched. So they usually, these bolts are stretched, so stretched bolts, so you need to reuse them. But if you have experience in engine building, so you can install them, you can reuse them, they will work 100%. But yeah, if you have experience. If you don't have experience, buy brand new. Check the condition of the rod bearings. So guys, I bought Schmidt brand new rod bearings, but what do you think? Should I install new one? No, I shouldn't, because the old one looks like they never have been used. So I will just apply the lubricant, the assembly loop, install it back. I will not touch them. As you can see, they're perfect. So guys, I installed my brand new main bearings in the cap, clean the cap. As you can see, here are the guides. Which go in there. So these things go inside this area. So you need to make sure to install everything properly. So yeah. And people struggling, I hear about that. So also forget to apply the lubricant here, because it's truss bearing. Yeah, I applied the assembly here also. And what you need to do, you need to first put it here like that, and we will use so here is the thing. So you need to install this cap at the same time, should be fit two of them. So I will try to install it right now and let you know. So I installed the caps back. You can see here are the numbers. Yeah, but you need to read from this side. It's number 1, number 2. I marked them because I'm working for this side, but you can find the marks there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 caps we have. So I installed them, push them, and because if you install them, they play a little bit. The middle one doesn't play because it has truss bearing, but in the another one play a little bit. So you need to put them together. If you do this job on the car, if you drop the crankshaft a little bit, and I mean, if you drop the crankshaft, if you're working on the car and drop 1 millimeter or half millimeter the crankshaft, it will be much harder to install them back. But if you working like me on the stand, on the engine stand, it's not so difficult actually. So you can see here, yeah, it's flat, as you can see. See this teeth installed, as you can see. Yeah, work. Yeah. this side also. As you can see, it worked. Yeah, it's installed. So now I will tie them. First 25 millimeters, then 50, and all the spec with the angle. Yeah, guys, this is insane. These bearings are done. So guys, if you watch this video about N57 engine, 35D, or 2-liter diesel N47, guys, I have bad news for you, unfortunately. So yeah, this video will about what will happen in the future with the N57 engine and what is happening now. Unfortunately, guys, I have very bad news, and this is main bearings and timing chain, but the worst problem is the main bearing, and I'm gonna show you the condition of the main bearing of the pretty low mileage. So some people think I watched a lot of video about main bearings in N57 engine, but in my engine they will be good because I replaced the oil. Guys, sorry for this news, but your main bearings are done. It doesn't matter how often do you change oil. It has just bad oil gallery system or bad oil pump, which I think the main problem. So guys, this is, guys, main bearings, N57 engine, 130k miles, and so you can see the upper are a little bit bare, but the lower are completely done. So for example, this one, I have more light here. So we have here copper. So this bearing will spin first. Check this out, guys. Do you see this copper color? So this bearing is done. Yeah, I was doing this engine had broken timing chain, as you can see. Yeah, and I knew that information. I found that this information on Russian YouTube and Ukrainian YouTube, and I replaced main bearings. Funny thing is that the rod bearings are in perfect condition, like they look like never have been driven. So, but the main bearings are completely done. So this engine with this bearings will run maybe maybe 20,000 kilometers or less, I don't know, but it will have bearing span. So if you think that this problem will not happen in my engine, this problem, I changed the oil very often, and I have 200,000 miles, and I drive and nothing happens, and you think that it will not happen, maybe. Yeah, it is just the gameplay, so you don't know when it happened, but it will happen 100%. So this is the future. And what happens if you have main bearing span? For example, if you have a rod bearing span, you can replace the crankshaft, this one journal, and you're good. You can drive next 100,000 kilometers. But if you have main bearing span, and yeah, you will need to replace the block, because only in Ukraine it's possible to repair that. It's in United States it's impossible almost. It's very difficult, it's very expensive, and nobody will do this job just for one engine. There are very expensive machines here in the United States, but nobody will do, because this engine is not very common. Nobody will adjust the machine in order to repair only one block. And what do you think? It's possible to buy used cylinder block? No, it's not possible. I just watched eBay and didn't find any good condition. There was one with the scoring in the cylinder walls, but on the cylinder wall, but I didn't find any cylinder block in good condition on eBay. So you will need to buy brand new, and there is no brand new one for sale, so you will need to order from Europe, and it will take time and it will be extremely expensive. So you will need to buy used engine, and if you will buy used engine, what you will need to replace the main bearing, and it will cost you a lot of money because you will need to disassemble crankshaft and replace the main bearing, and you know, it will cost you money. Nobody will do that for free. And yeah, and timing chain also. If you will buy used engine, you will need to replace timing chain, main bearing. So everything means that if you have diesel, you have two opportunities: to sell this car or replace the main bearing. There is one video on YouTube. It's doable on the car if the engine is on the car, but it's not easy, and better not to do that if you don't have experience, because you can, when you rotate the bearings, you can scratch. That's why I took the crankshaft off, because I tried to rotate and replace this bearing on the engine. It is scratched the surface where the rod bearing place it. So yeah, guys. So guys, I installed main bearings, and I torqued them with the first torque is 15. If you install brand new bolts, first torque is 25 Newton meters. I'm gonna show you now. Yeah, we have all. We have all torques. Yeah, so these bolts, first 25 Newton meter, 50, and 2 times 60 degree. So I hope it will work with my torque wrench, which I bought in Harbor Freight Queen. We'll see. First I torqued already 25. Now I'm gonna do the 50. So guys, I torqued 25, 50, and 2 times 60 degree. So first 25 Newton meters, 50 Newton meters, then 60 degree, and one more time 60 degree. So you will begin with the center, this one, and like the circle, you can go like a circle. You will able to torque them. So right now I am gonna torque the rod bolts. So it's 20 Newton meters and 1 times 70 degree. We'll see how it will work. Guys, I reused the connecting rod bolts because if you install a brand new one, it is 20 Newton meter plus 70 degree. It's not a lot, so I decided to reuse them, and it worked very good. So no. And in my opinion, you don't need to reuse the main bolts, but they have some like three generation of these bolts. So BMW actually recalled 3 times the main bearings. Maybe they thought that the problem is with not the main bearings, but in the oil pump, but the bolts. So they replaced 3 times. Yeah, guys. As you know, usually BMW install Kolben Schmidt for main bearings and connecting rod bearings, but here we have some mark. That is BMW, and we don't have any information about Kolben Schmidt. Is this Kolben Schmidt or not? So if you have Kolben Schmidt, maybe you will not have this issue. If you have BMW not marked what manufacturer produced these bearings, so you will have the issue. So this is BMW. You see the logo and B, but if you will have Kolben Schmidt, they will work without any problem. So I installed Kolben Schmidt, and it will help for this engine. It will not have problems with their main bearings in the future. So guys, you have here silicone here So you need to take the blade like that and slowly, carefully, don't do this angle like that only, with the sharp angle, and clean the silicone from the cylinder block. Slowly and carefully it works without any problems. So as you can see, it cleans very nice. So you can use this meter. Of course there is a little bit of aluminum, but don't worry about that. Later we will use silicone in order to seal this cover. So slowly and carefully like that, clean the surface. So guys, here is the number for intermediate gear. I'm gonna install a brand new one. There are aftermarket which are much cheaper, but actually I don't see any big wear or something. It looks very similar to me. It doesn't look bad. So yeah, I will replace of course that, but if yours looks good, yeah, you can keep it. It doesn't make any sense to replace it actually. I don't know. So guys, regarding the chain, as you can see, the Swag is the company who packed the original EVIS. As you can see the name, you can see the name here, EVIS. Say EVIS. So the original timing chain is also EVIS. I'm gonna show you now. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe that's why it broke, because it doesn't have any EVIS marks. I don't know. Maybe they put some craps. So, but it should originally it should be EVIS like that. Yeah, I'm gonna install EVIS. So we have here EVIS Swag, but in the packages is EVIS. Also brand new guides. Here also brand new guides, because old is broken. Yep. So guys, I installed this intermediate gear and these two guides. It's not so actually difficult. So what you need to do, you need to, to install this locking mechanism here, screw the bolt here, and this line, the intermediate gear, goes here to this to this line on the block. You can see it right here, lines up it like that. These bolts you need to use thread locker, something like that, to lock these bolts. And after that I'm gonna install the tensioner for the intermediate chain. So as you can see guys, these plastic guides have two holes. This hole is for N57 2-liter diesel engine. So but yeah, this hole is for N57 3-liter. So don't worry about these holes. These are additional holes if you want to install on 28 diesel. So guys, I installed brand new tensioner, brand new guides, brand new chain, brand new intermediate gear. Yeah, I didn't change this sprocket because it doesn't make any sense. So yeah, it doesn't have anywhere actually. Yeah, it's funny, but this sprocket is this part of the crankshaft, so you cannot replace them. Yeah, yeah, and I have one more camshaft gear and one more timing chain which goes to the head. And guys, and that's it. So it's very simple system, timing chain system, very simple and nothing complicated. Yeah, I installed the plate back here, install the oil pump. Yeah, I kept the used one. If next owner will decide to install brand new one, he can do that always. But I don't think there will be some problems with that. Better to install for 550D, and the problem will be solved, or you will need to replace every 100,000 miles the main bearings, or these actually Schmidt, so they have to run maybe 200,000 miles. So we solved the problem. Yep. So guys, here's the thing. Here's the valve. I'm gonna show you. I cleaned all ports. Of course, I don't have walnut blasting. I clean as much as I could. So this one is pretty clean, but yeah, I tried to clean them as much as I could. Yeah. So very important stuff. So guys, as you can see, I grinded it. It has nice flush surface, and here it also looks good. I'm gonna show you now. So guys, here's before. As you can see, there are a lot of small corrosion. You see the surface, it has small corrosion. Here is grinded surface. So this is very important, cool stuff. Yeah, I use this Permatex grinding compound. It works perfectly. So I received very nice matte surface, very equal. It looks good. Yeah, so I'm happy about that. That works its intake, and I need to check the exhaust, so it will be a little bit harder because the exhaust has different ring inside, different seats for the valve. We'll see. So guys, here is the difference between old valve stem seal and brand new one. So you see that this valve has much bigger hole, so it holds, but also it is very hard. As you can see, the brand new one should be very soft, and it's soft, and the hole is much bigger here, so this is the wear. Unfortunately, yeah, this is bad news for you guys. So the car will consume the oil. At some point it will damage the catalytic converter, or it will damage DPF filter. So guys, it will take a lot of time, but of course it makes sense to install brand new valve stem seals and grind all valves. The clearance is not big, the play is pretty normal, which is very fine. So guys, I do the valve grinding. Yeah, I use the drill. It works very good. It's just so I use, and I need to grind all of 24, all of them. So guys, all 24 valves are grinded. This is very important. If you have problem with the bent valves, you need to replace all of them. So I tested them actually, and the intake side was completely bent, and the exhaust are good. Maybe I will reuse for the next head. Also install brand new valve steam seals, 24 of all of them. Yeah, I washed the head, but it's still, yeah, there's a little bit, always a little bit of oil. So next I'm going to install springs and this small, I don't know how it is in English. Yep, I actually already done 2 of them, so it works. And yep. So guys, I cleaned intake manifold. As you can see, it looks good, and it was a mess. I will tell you, there was a lot of cardboard deposit. Right now it looks very clean. It looks clean. I cleaned the flaps. Next 100,000 miles it should work without any problem. Brand new thermostat. I use only OEM for the thermostat because the aftermarket doesn't work properly, so only install brand new thermostat. You can keep your thermostat housing, use it because it doesn't have any problem. So brand new gasket here, and the thermostat themselves is the thermostat. This is how it looks. Yeah, so pretty easy. Brand new filter, melee, it's fine. Brand new filter, melee. So each time, so I installed the engine head, I tightened the engine bolts. Here's the manual. You need to tighten with the 70 Newton meters, 70 Newton meters, then 180 degree, all of them. After that, you need to completely release them. As it says, loosen and tighten each bolt. Then relaxation time. So you need, yep. So there is very interesting trick how to release the. You need to put very thin drill bit, and then you will able to do this. So you need to release the valve lifters, all of them, each time. Here you need to install brand new gaskets. As you can see, yeah, brand new gaskets here. Usually they are good, but you can install. They're very cheap, so better install brand new one. All the rockers needs to be installed. So I release all of the lifters, so it's very good because you will start never have problem with the timing. So guys, the camshafts needs to be torqued to the spec. So the caps for the camshaft 10 Newton meters, this bolts 10 Newton meters, but this bed plate for the camshaft is 30 Newton meters. 30 Newton meters. So you need to tie them properly, like that, or like circle, and this bolts 40 Newton meters. So guys, very important stuff. So if you install this plate, this bed plate with the camshaft, you need to install the tool, and first and sixth cylinder should be at the top in order not to damage the valve, because when you will do that, there is possibility to damage something. So always check it. So the QR code should be at the top. Here are 2 QR codes, so they should be at the top. And this plate, also you need to install it equally, so one by one from the center to the outside. You need to tighten these bolts 30 Newton meters. So after we done this job, next we will need to install the plastic guys and chain. So yep, and then the tensioner. So after I install camshaft, I install this tool. It should be flat here and flat here. So then sprocket, it's very easy. So the bolt should be in the middle, somewhere. You can relocate it a little bit. Yeah, thread locker here, here, also here. Needs to install this stuff. So you need to install the timing tensioner, release this, so it should push this bracket, and then you need to tighten these bolts on the upper. This final step, you need to install the tool here. It will tighten probably the pump, then here. As you can see, this line is aligned with this line at the block. So yeah, now it's time to tie these 3 bolts. So guys, 30 Newton meters, like bike rides. 40 Newton meters each bolt, and then 120 degree of angle of rotation. Yes, we need to clean with the Scotch Brite this surface, it's very important. And then close these gaskets, you need to install brand new because they one-time use. So guys, I just opened ISTA, and ISTA says that these gaskets needs to be installed. Here is the graphite surface which applied, and this side goes next to the exhaust manifold. So this side, like chrome, goes next to the cylinder block. Also ISTA says cylinder head, so cylinder head needs to be clean. So this front side goes like that. So it's very important because there is special material applied on this gasket. We have here brand new gasket here for the turbocharger. It's crashed, one-time use. So brand new gasket here. So you need to install. It looks good, doesn't have any plastic corrosion, so just you need to replace the gasket. Install brand new one. To wash it, and you need to apply very thin layer of silicone. You can use something like that, RTV, ultra gray, Permatex. So you need to wait maybe 20 minutes and then install. So don't install immediately because you will screw the silicone, it will go completely out. So if you will dry a little bit for 20-30 minutes, it will be a little bit harder and it will work like gasket. So, but very important, very thin layer. So with the finger just apply it, and also the cover for the timing chain. So I applied the silicone here, also here, and all on the area. So we don't have metal gasket, and also on the oil pan we don't have metal gasket, so we have only silicone. So this engine came without the gasket. So the previous generation and N57 engines had metal gasket here and there. So if you have the gasket, you need to install the gasket. If you don't have the gasket, if you have silicone, you need also install silicone because there is clearance. Brand new valve cover gasket goes here, this small goes here. Brand new O-ring for dipstick, very important. Brand new washers for the fuel injectors, very important. So guys, we almost finished our project. BMW X5. Yep, we're almost done with the engine rebuild. Yeah. So as you can see, we installed the engine. We already started it. So I bought the transmission fluid. Liquid moly. We need to replace the oil pan with the filter, transmission filter, and the oil pan. Also, yeah, we will pour new oil, and also brand new def fluid, differential fluid, coolant. Yeah, the engine started very quickly, only 2 turns and that's it. Yeah, it took whole day to swap it in. Yeah, I hope I will finish today.